Hit the switch, lights down low.
Welcome back to Screams, Dreams and Roller Coasters. And if you listened to the previous episode, then you'll already know that we took you through the brutal and fatal history of a place in Somerset, Shepton Mallet Prison.
And we talked about the 400 years of it being open, so 400 years of punishment, suffering, executions and despair. And tonight we're going to be moving beyond history. So we know that this is a place that held so much pain for so long, and people start to ask one question. Do you know what the question was?
I'll let you tell them.
Did people actually leave? So are there people who have stayed there? Are there people who have made Shepton Mallet their home in the afterlife? Some people believe they have, some people aren't too sure. We've done several visits there ourselves, haven't we?
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking about all of those things today in this episode, with some videos of our own explorations,
Which should be quite interesting to watch as well. And it's also interesting for us to watch it back and see what happened on the investigation that we were there for.
That's it, because when you're in those moments, it's you can very quickly get caught up in the excitement of what's going on. But when you come back from it and you look at the evidence and you look at the footage, you go, oh, actually, no, I can see why that might not have been paranormal, like shadowy figures that people hear screaming from the cells, or ghostly prisoners and voices that just shouldn't be heard.
Yeah, and whether you believe in the paranormal or not, the stories surrounding the prison are impossible to ignore. So settle in, turn the lights down, and let's unlock the doors one more time to Shepton Mallet Prison. Before we dive into specific hauntings, we need to talk about why Shepton Mallet has such a reputation, because people describe it differently from other so-called haunted places. It's not just creepy, it's oppressive.
Visitors, guards, and paranormal investigators all report the same thing: an overwhelming feeling of dread from the moment they step inside. Some say it feels like being watched, whereas others describe sudden feelings of nausea, dizziness, or panic for no obvious reason. Even skeptics have admitted that they couldn't stay in certain areas for long. And the reports aren't modern inventions. Accounts of strange sounds and apparitions go back decades, even centuries, which makes sense considering how many people suffered and died within those walls. Some of the most disturbing reports come from the cell blocks. Former guards have spoken about hearing screams late at night, long after the prisoners were locked down. No shouts, not talking, but full-on screams of terror and pain. Guards would rush to the source only to find empty corridors and locked cells. Visitors on tours have reported hearing banging from inside cells that they've just been told are empty. And one of the most chilling stories comes from cell 14. People who enter it often report sudden temperature drops. They claim that they can feel hands grabbing their arms or their legs, and others say that they can hear whispers directly into their ears, begging to be let out. And when they leave, all sensations seem to stop instantly. So I'm currently in the oldest cell of the prison.
One of the most commonly reported phenomena at Shepton Mallet is shadow figures. Dark, human-shaped forms seen moving at the end of corridors. They don't have features, just outlines. When people try to follow them, they just vanish. But the most disturbing apparition has a name. They call it the Hanging Man. Multiple witnesses have described seeing a man standing at the end of a corridor, staring down at the floor. When approached, he appears to be suspended, as if hanging from an invisible rope. Some visitors have reported seeing rope burns around his neck. Others claim the air smells suddenly metallic, like blood. Or could that just be the smell of the old metal within these walls? All angles need to be explored to be sure that what we discover holds up. Considering how many executions took place here, it's impossible not to connect the dots, but there has to be balance in what we do and when we investigate. We owe that to the people that have occupied the space we now find ourselves in.
Shepton Mallet also has its own lady in white. Sightings of a pale woman in a white or light-coloured dress have been reported for years. She's often seen near the former woman's wing. Standing silently at the end of corridors, some believe she was a woman executed centuries ago. Others think that she may have died, such as things like childbirth, whilst being imprisoned. Witnesses describe overwhelming sadness when they see her. No fear, no aggression, just grief.
During World War II, Shepton Mallet became a US military prison between 1942 and 1945. And the hauntings didn't stop when the Americans left. Guards and visitors have reported hearing American accents echoing through the prison, orders being shouted, boots marching, even military-style chanting. Some claim they've seen soldiers in World War II uniforms standing inside the cells. These sightings tend to happen late at night, when the prison is quiet, almost like the building remembers.
Shepton Mallet has been investigated by numerous paranormal teams, people from all walks of life, people like you and me. Many report extreme EMF spikes in certain areas or electric voice phenomena known as EVPs, recordings which have captured whispers and names or cries for help. Some investigators have had equipment drain of power within minutes and cameras malfunctioning. Torches switch off and on by themselves, and even the hardened of investigators admit that this prison is different. There could be many reasons for this to happen, or there could be reasons beyond our comprehension, and this is why we investigate the way we do, to be honest and as respectful as we can. To the buildings that we're so very fortunate to be allowed to carry out the work that we do, but also the memories of those that lived from these past experiences. So why does Shepton Mallet feel so active? Some believe it's residual energy, emotional trauma replaying itself. Others think that spirits might be trapped and able to move on, punished in life and possibly in death. Whatever the explanation, one thing is clear. The prison doesn't feel empty. Shepton Mallet Prison may be closed, but for many, it's still very much alive.
With screams in the dark and footsteps with no owner, and prisoners who may never have been released, Shepton Mallet has an eerie feel to it, and we would recommend anybody go there and find out for themselves.
So, it was quite a night for us, wasn't it, when we were at Shepton Mallet?
It was, and there was a big group of people as well that were there, so it was good to bounce off of other people's experiences and try and balance what you thought you heard or what you might have thought you experienced.
Yeah.
And it's always good if when you've got groups of people like this on an investigation, you don't tell other people your experience and let them have their own experience, and then you can come together and compare things in. And it also gives you a little bit of validation if you really feel like you've experienced something, or they might have another take on it that you think, oh, okay, we've debunked what we thought we experienced in that moment in time. And
it was a great night. Like you said, there was so many people there from the different groups. We went back to the visitors centre. We had some great cheese sandwiches in our breaks, which was another highlight for me. And it was a really interesting night because people just brought their different beliefs, their different skills together. We hope you enjoyed seeing the footage and listening to it. There are some tags on some of the videos because some of the team that were there were really great and gave us some footage and given us permission to use that. So have a look at their tags and go and look at their channels as well to see some more footage from the night in more detail. And
Has to be said as well, the people who organise it and the team that run everything there are absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, they really
And
are.
also you can go there during the day, and you can take kids during the day, and they can learn about the history of what happened there, and it's a really good living history of the past, so people can learn quite a bit there.
So true. So join us next time, where we'll take you somewhere equally unsettling. And until then, thanks for being part of what we do. How can people get involved?
You can get involved by dropping a message on the video. You can contact us on Instagram or on Facebook. Obviously, we're on YouTube. And then you can also contact us via the email, which is screamsdreamsandrollercoasters@gmail.com.
And just any comment or any like that you put in the comments would be really appreciated, because it helps to push up the algorithm. And again, we want to hear your ghost stories. We want to hear your experiences of being in Shepton Mallet prison, or any local fables that you've heard around that. Maybe you've got a place you want us to explore or do a report on. And we can't wait to hear from you. So until then, sleep tight. Bye for now.
Bye.
Hit the switch, lights down low, mic's alive and we're ready to go. From the haunted halls to the neon rides, chasing chills and electric highs. Katie's got the ghost report, Mark's got games you can't ignore. From Comic-Con to midnight screams, it's more than thrills, it's chasing dreams. We're turning static into stories, ride the loop, no guts, no glory. Young screams, dreams and roller coasters, turn it up, we're getting closer to the heart of the night, and the lights in our eyes, spinning through the dark on a wild new ride. Screams, dreams and roller coasters, Katie and Mark are your ghostly hosts. Yeah, plug in, hang tight, let your spirit fly. We're chasing every thrill under moonlit skies. Pixel world